All right. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a video that I've done in the past. It's a bit of an older video, but kind of what inspired the video. The cool thing is like once you start creating content, you can go pull that content and use it again. But the purpose or the reason, the thing that inspired this video is because people self destruct, right? And they make all kinds of excuses about holding on to the past, right? And I got this quote or saying about fighting for limitations. People fight so much harder for their limitations or to stay average. Like they fight way harder for that than they fight for progress, evolvement, change, success. They fight so much harder. Well, I had this kind of background, right? Or this person did this thing one time. So I can't really do that. I'm not open to that. So I want to play this video and it's like it's a little bit corny, right? I typically like straight up information. It's a little bit corny. It's analogies and oh, if you do this, then do that. But it's very valid, and it's not really about what I like. I like straight up information, but not everybody likes straight up information. So this is an analogy about how you can benefit from uh, uh, input from a coach, and how you can benefit from not trying to do stuff all by yourself. Oh, I always did it this way. This is how I do it. Making those excuses that's kind of holding you back, right? So the analogy is about how you can get from. I live in Philadelphia, so Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's all we on the northeast. That's all we on the east of the country. So the analogy is about how to get to California, right? How are we going to get there, right? As an individual, I'm going to walk because that's what has always worked for me. And in the past, right, we make all these excuses about holding on to the past, but there's a better way, right? Instead of walking to California. So let's play the video so you can kind of have an understanding of what it is that I'm talking about. So I'm going to shut up and let the video play. All right, so today we're going to talk about coaching and mentorship. I'm going to talk about how you can optimize your relationship with a coach or with a mentor, right? So we're going to talk about some very specific things. We're going to talk about goals. We're going to talk about why people should just do what the coach or the mentor says, why you should stop being so resistant, etc., right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my main screen. I have some slides that I want to go through to make things a little bit easier and make things a little bit simpler. So let's get started. All right, so coaching and mentorship. I work with real estate entrepreneurs, and I'm usually dealing with people in the real estate industry. A lot of times, people like to ask, "What do you do?" We do digital marketing, we do tech, and who do we do it for? We do it for real estate entrepreneurs. We can handle just about any client, but we specialize in working with anybody in real estate. Right? You can be a real estate agent, real estate investor, real estate, just any kind of real estate entrepreneur. Right? So let's get started. Today, we're going to talk about, again, coaching and mentorship. I want to show you, I want to go through some things, right? So, we're talking specifically about goals, right? And I'm trying to get better in my storytelling. So, I'm coming up with better analogies and telling stories and helping people understand things, right? So, normally I'm like, look, just do it, right? Just do it, get it done. And it's like, oh my God, but I don't know. Why should I just do it? I don't know, my feelings and all this stuff, right? So, now I'm trying to understand and emphasize why people should do things, why it's important for you to do this stuff, right? And we're going to talk about the importance of a mentor, a coach, why you should just do it, right? So we're going to talk about the in between. So here we are. These are your goals. Your goals can be anything. Your goals can be you want to buy a property, you want to sell more properties, you want to implement digital marketing into your business, whatever it is, right? These are your goals. This is you. This is you, and you're trying to figure out how can I get to my goals? How do I get there, right? And it's like this is the path. This is a path of, let's say, confusion, right? And then we've got the the destination. So right, we're trying to get there, and then we got all of this scribble. Like, how do we get there with all of this scribble, right? How do we get there? How do we go from bam to bam, right? How many hours is that going to take? We don't know. We're going to get there, but doing it by ourselves, right? Without a coach or a mentor is going to take us several hours, and we don't know. We'll get there. We just don't know how much time it will take. Now, here we go. Your goals again, right? And this is how you get there. So generally, right? This is the goal, and you're going to get there, right? It's a straight path. This is you. And guess what you're doing in this instance? You're walking. But guess how many hours it's going to take, right? So the destination, as an example, to make it geographically, I use California. I typed in how to get from California, how to make it to California from Philadelphia, right? I put that inside of Google Maps, and these are the numbers that you're getting, right? So if I wanted to walk to California, right, I want to do it by myself, just me, what works for me, right? So I remember I talked about, oh, well, this is what works for me. I do it my way. If you do it your way, my way, is for you to get to California, it's going to take you 908 hours, right? You're going to walk. You're going to walk 908 hours, and you'll get there, right? I'm going to get there. I'm doing it my way. You're going to get there, but it's going to take you 908 hours, right? And during this 908 hours, what are you doing, right? You're missing opportunity. You're missing time, right? You're missing time with family, etc., etc. This is one of the reasons why you should listen to a mentor or a coach, because they're going to help you cut this time in half, right? And so right here in this picture, explicitly what we're doing is it's just me. It's just you as an individual, and you're walking towards your goal, right? Because that's all you know. That's what you've been doing all your life, right? You've been walking all your life, so you're going to do it your way. You don't care what anybody else suggests or thinks, right? A coach or a mentor or somebody that cares about you. You're going to walk. That's your way, right? So we're going to talk about how you can leverage. You can start to leverage, right? So let's move on to the next slide. So here we go. We got our goal again. And this time what you're going to do is going to walk or jog, right? And in this slide, these numbers are not exact, but I'll put some numbers anyway, right? So you're still going to get to your goal. It's still kind of maybe a straight path, but guess what? Our time is cut in half if we run or jog. So we went from 800 hours plus, right? More than 800 hours, and now we're down to 404 hours. So guess what? I'm still doing it my way, and guess what? I figured out a faster way, right? You're still leveraging just you. You figured it out. You figured out a faster way. So now to get to California from Philadelphia, you're gonna run, and you're gonna jog, and it's only gonna take you 404 hours. Right? Now, objectively, you're watching this and you understand the importance. You understand that this person, it's highly unlikely that this person is going to run from Philadelphia, right, from Pennsylvania to California in 404 hours nonstop without eating, right, without getting into some kind of danger, etc., etc. But let's just ignore and remove all of those things. It's going to take us 404 hours, right? So it's going to take us over a week, right? So let's see. I want to do some math on my calculator. So there are 168 hours in a week, right? So it's going to take you 2.5 weeks, roughly, right, to get to California if you run or jog, run/jog, right, nonstop. Right, so this is still right here. What we have is we still have the me. I'm doing it by myself. Me. I'm doing this. I've always done it this way, right? So it's gonna take you like about 2.5 weeks for you to get to your goal. Let's move on to the next, right? Let's move on. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna start to leverage, right? We're gonna start to leverage other resources, other tools, other information, right? So the bike represents leverage, right? You can leverage tools, you can leverage technology, you can leverage people. The bike represents you leveraging something, right? So you're still doing this by yourself, but guess what? You wised up and you're like, you know what? I know a faster way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to use that faster way, right? So someone invented the bike or someone created the bike. And so you're leveraging that person's expertise in addition to the product or the tool that they created, right? So now you've cut your travel time down into about a week, about I don't know, but this is 252 hours. So now we go all the way from, we were at 800 hours, and now we're down to, guess what? I'm so smart because now I'm leveraging tools, right? I'm leveraging a bike. But the thing I want you to pay attention to here is that it's still just you, right? You're leveraging a bike, right? You're leveraging the expertise or the knowledge of the person that invented or created the bike, right? But it's still just you, is what I want to emphasize. So there you are, and there you're leveraging a tool and a resource. So here we go again. Your goals. Now what we're going to do, right? So now we're trying to move. Now we're still trying to get to California and we're wising up, right? So now we're going to drive to California, right? To from Pennsylvania. We're rising up, and guess how many hours it's going to take us? So now, man, we go all the way down to 43 hours, right? And this is nonstop. You don't stop for gas. You don't stop to eat. You don't stop for anything, right? So you get there in 43 hours. Now you're leveraging, right? But the thing I want you to pay attention to here is you're still doing this by yourself. So you're in the car. It's just you, right? We're going to eliminate the need for food, the need for sleep, etc., etc. You're just going to drive straight to California, right? You're not going to get stopped by cops or nothing like that. You're going to drive straight there. You're going to get there in 43 hours, right? So you're still leveraging here, right? You're leveraging the expertise, the knowledge of the people that invented and created the car, the wheels, the lights, etc., etc. So you're wising up by utilizing this tool, utilizing this resource, right? So now we chopped it down all the way to 43 hours. So we went from 800 hours, now we're down to like 43 hours, which is that's a pretty decent time, right? To get to California. It's going to take us like less than 2 days straight. You know, I'm not going to sleep, I'm not going to eat, I'm just going to drive 43 straight hours. Then I'm going to get to California. So here we go again. Now, the thing that I want to emphasize and focus on here, right, is we're still leveraging, right? So you are in there, but the key here is the leverage of, guess what? In this plane, right, we're leveraging. But guess what? Most likely, using this plane, how are you going to get there? You're most likely not a pilot. So you're not going to drive it by yourself. Guess what you're utilizing, right? You're utilizing the expertise and the tools and the resource of someone else, right? So you're leveraging that expertise and you're no longer going towards that destination by yourself. And what does that mean? That means you get to cut your time down even further, right? So now we went from possibly going to California it's going to take us over 800 hours, right? And now it's only going to take us 8 hours. It's only going to take us 8 hours to get to California, right? However, this 8 hours, guess what? In order to do that, it can't just be you. You have to leverage all of these tools and all of these resources, right? So you got to leverage the pilot, the co-pilot. You got to leverage the tickets. You got to leverage you got to leverage all of the tools and technology in order to get here. So you can't do this by yourself. And my whole basis of explaining and bringing up these things is the fact that if you want to have success and you want to get there fast in a way that makes sense, you need to leverage tools, resources, and people, right? And we're talking about coaching and mentorship, right? The captain on the plane represents a coach or a mentor. They're going to help you get to where you need to get to faster, right? So if we go all the way back to like the prior slide where you were walking, right? You've been walking all your life. I've been walking all my life. Me. This is what works for me. It took you 900 hours for you to get to your destination. However, if you start to utilize and leverage resources, including a coach, mentorship, paying for courses, paying for teachers, leveraging your network, guess what? You can get there in 8 hours, right? So we saved you 900 hours. We saved you 900 hours just by you leveraging other people, other tools, other resources, right? So what does all this mean? This is relevant to you because this is how you should think about coaching, mentorship, expert and professional advice, right? If you want to get to your goal, right? And everybody has different goals, right? But if you want to get there, you should leverage these tools. You should leverage technology. You should leverage coaching, mentorship, paid resources, even free resources, networking. You should leverage all of these things to save yourself time and frustration. Get out of your emotions. I'm going to say it. Yes. Get out of your emotions and start to leverage your resources, everything, your people resources, your technology resources. Leverage everything so you can get to your destination faster, right? And people will say, right, the negative, the pessimist, planes are dangerous, right? Guess what else is dangerous? Guess what else is dangerous? If we go all the way back here, we're going to start here. You know what's dangerous? Wasting all of these time. How many hours is this going to take? That's dangerous, right? You're walking, you're driving, you don't know. You might ride a boat. Who knows? Confusion is dangerous. But you know what else is dangerous for my naysayers? You can't just trust the mentor or the coach or whatever. You know what else is dangerous? Walking. What's going to happen to you walking, right? You're going to be walking 908 hours. Anything can happen to you. You can be walking dangerous roads. It can start raining. You can get struck by lightning. You can get shot. You can get stabbed. You can get robbed. Walking is dangerous too, right? Well, what if we jog? It's less dangerous, right? You might get there faster. Same poses, same threats come up, right? Jogging, running is dangerous as well. Same things that we think about, that we just talked about with walking, same dangers exist here. Next, guess what else is dangerous? Biking. This can be dangerous too. What else? Cars. Oh my God, it's dangerous to just trust a mentor or a coach. You don't know where they're coming from, right? You have to do a better job of vetting the people that you deal with. However, we're going to talk about cars. Cars are dangerous too, right? But we hop in those willingly and we go about where we need to go about to, despite the many accidents that happen. There are several automobile accidents, but we still get in there, right? Without thinking or questioning the dangers that happen, right? What can happen? We can get in a car accident, right? We're traveling to California. We can run out of gas, right? Because remember, this is a nonstop trip, right? Many dangers. Something could go wrong with our car because we've been driving it consistently for too much time. Dangers, there are dangers everywhere. It depends on what you focus on, right? 43 hours of driving. So again, we go back to the plane. Oh, planes are dangerous, they're scary. All of these paths are dangerous and scary, right? If you think about it that way. If you think about it that way. So I appreciate you watching. If you are interested in coaching or mentorship, we have a website and you could go apply. This is our website, remarketingbook.com/apply. If you want coaching, you want mentorship, you want help with your marketing, you want help with your tech, you want help in real estate, just go to this link, fill out the application, and we'll see if you're a good fit to work with us. These are all of the things we provide coaching and resources for: real estate investing, marketing, lead generation, tech systems, real estate in general. And last but not least, if you are interested in learning about marketing, I have a published book, and you can get that book from remarketingbook.com or Amazon. So I appreciate you watching. And my final word is that don't be closed off to professional and expert advice, right? Mentorship, coaching. Utilize that mentor, utilize that coach. Don't be afraid, don't be stuck. Stop focusing on the negative and just receive the advice, right? If it's something that you kind of disagree with, maybe you find a different mentor, maybe you find a different coach. If it's something that you disagree with, maybe you change it a little bit later. So a really good example that I like to bring about is that when I first got into the real estate space, I had a mentor, right? And he would encourage us to go out, door knock, and do these really old school methods of marketing. And they kind of went against like what I know and understand, but I knew that they worked because I know he had success with other students, and what he was doing would work. So I did it and I had success. However, once I had success and I completed that program, I went and I then started to change things and implement my expertise, my knowledge, my personality, right? So I encourage you to do the same. If you know somebody that's giving you expert or professional advice, you pay for a coach or a mentor, do what they told you to do. Apply that advice. And then if you want to change it a little bit later, you go do it later, right? But don't do it while you're applying or while you're with that mentor or with that coach or whatever. So I appreciate you watching, and I will see you on the other side. Let me go back to the main screen. And if you're interested in coaching, you can just visit that link. So I will see you soon. Bye-bye. All right. So as stated, that's a bit of an older video, and I had to share it because uh, it's just something that holds people back. And I don't expect a lot of people to change, but those people that are willing to change, that are willing to grow, I hope you get this message and I hope you understand, right? So generally, 80/20, generally 80% of people, they don't care. They're not going to listen. Um, I'm not really worried about them, right? Like as in my agency, I don't work with the majority. I work with the minority because the majority, guess what? They're broke. They don't receive advice. They don't want coaching. They don't want mentorship. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the necessary stuff, right? So I don't work with the majority. I don't expect to. I don't expect to influence the majority, right? An example is had a colleague and he would just keep going after this majority. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. You don't need to go after the majority, right? Focus on what you need to focus on. The majority, right? The 80%, the people that don't want to do the work or that, that have the wrong mindset, they'll keep you broke. They'll keep you broke. They want you to stay with their mentality, their mindset. There's this saying about the ghetto community, right? But it's apparent in most communities. They will hold you down and hold you back, the 80% crowd. So do whatever you can to escape that crowd. Don't be like everyone else. Pop culture. Oh, Jerome, you always so serious. You should lighten up. No, I don't want to lighten up and be like you because you're broke, right? I like being serious, successful, wealthy, having freedom. I don't want to be like you. I don't want to be like everybody else. That's why I'm so serious, right? Oh, well, there's a way. No, it's not. I'm not listening to your advice or your input. I'm listening to my coaches and mentors because I respect them. I see their success. They can show me results, right? You can't. You're just giving me some advice based off your feelings, right? So that's why I am the way I am. And anybody that's watching this message, right? If you're still here, you're still sticking and you see this, I'm pretty sure you're part of that 20% crowd, right? The 80% crowd, what do they want to do? They want to watch 15-second TikToks and they want to say videos about personal development and growth is too long, right? Right. So they wouldn't even get to the end of this video or be seeing this message. Other than that, I want to stop ranting. I appreciate you for watching and let me share something. I have a planner coming out for like real estate entrepreneurs, right? So I'm gonna share it. So this is a planner that I am working on, and you can get a copy at remarketingbook.com/planner. If you're in real estate, you're a real estate entrepreneur, real estate agent, real estate investor, mortgage person, this planner will work for you, right? One of the things I start to realize, I'm like teaching and showing people these different things, but they don't have goals. They don't know where to start. They don't know where they're headed. So the purpose of the planner is to help get clarity on that, right? Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to achieve, right? Do you want to be YouTube famous? I might not be able to help you with that, but if you have like real practical goals on generating leads from business, I could probably help you with that, right? I could probably help you with marketing. I help you with branding. I help you with some other stuff. But if you coming in like I'm coming in and I want to do 20 wholesale deals in 1 month, I can be like, you know what? I can't help you do that because that's unrealistic, right? Based on the goals and the planning, right? So we got to go back to the basics. This is my fault. It is partially my fault for assuming. It is my fault. Oops. It's my fault for assuming that people had this stuff prepared already. That was incorrect. So I am, right, me and my team, we are working on resolving that issue. So this planner is a good start. You can get it at remarketingbook.com/planner and it's free. You just got to cover the shipping, right? And the shipping is like 16.95 or something like that. So if you cover the shipping, you get access to that. It's a full physical planner, right? And you also get the digital copy, and we give you like a bunch of bonus items as well. Actually, since let's see if I can showcase some of that stuff. I'm gonna take a 30-second. No, let me see. I can pull it up. So products, do a screen share, and show you this planner. All right, so I'm in the back end of my CRM, but this is the planner, right? I'll go inside so you can see it. Let's do preview. So this is the planner you're gonna get. You get access to. I'm going to put this I got to do a video about it, put that video up here. But ultimate real estate goals planner. We also give you a money mindset planner. So this is the ultimate real estate goals planner. This is the electronic version. You also get the physical version. But everything is like everything you need in your business is here, right? So let's do the 2-page view. This is what it will look like. Everything is in here, right? Let's do page up, page down. That's not working. Page up. Here you go. These are the pages that are available in the planner. So let's see. Right, we got a daily planner in there. Expenses, right? Expenses report. Let's see. Billing and subscriptions, right? Start documenting your stuff there. Future expenses. And one of the future expenses, since we're here, that you should put in is your is coaching. That should be one of your future expenses for sure. Oh, I put it in here. Make sure you add coaching, right? If you want to grow and you're serious about life and business, make sure you add coaching. Winners want to be coached. So put that in your future expenses. Maybe you can't afford it now. Maybe you're just starting out, but coaching, if you want to get to the next level, it is absolutely essential. Your business vision, what is it? I just talked about it. Like, what's your vision? What do you want to do in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years? That's in there. We got a little nice quote. If you don't know where you're going, you probably end up somewhere else. Exactly. This is how people become part of other people's dreams. That 80%. You don't want to be part of the 80% crowd. Discount codes, we see those pop up time and time. You can write those in there. Business processes. So this part is important because this is going to really help with right here, as it says, hiring, firing, and delegating tasks. Right. So you start to document your business processes. You come in here as an example, put your processes in there. It's a planner. Password tracker. Technology is crazy. Everybody wants a username and a password from us these days. So we added that in there for you. Nice cute quote right there. Client customer care notes. You can come in here and start document things about your clients. Products. This is probably my favorite because I'm always creating products. And last night I was working on a product and I was like, you know what? I have to slow down on these products because I got too many. I got to get back to focusing on the marketing. So I'm trying to come out, and you'll always be working on the product phase, but I'm trying to come out of like I was like buried in the product creation phase, right? So since I'm let's see, since so as a real estate entrepreneur, like what's a product that you can offer people, right? A product that you can offer is it can be many things. It could be webinars, lead magnets. You can offer all this stuff to your clients. But the product that I just recently created, I'm always creating stuff, man. I got my coach and I was like, man, you're making me do more work. And I tell her, right? It's a woman too. I got a variety of coaches. I'm like, man, you overwhelm me in a positive way. Like I always got to do more work. So this was the product that we recently created. Or no, not this one. That one is not for clients. This one is for like residential clients, right? So create this book. That's an example of a product that you can create as a entrepreneur, right? So let's do the view mode, suggesting view mode, viewing. This is the book. This is what it will look like. We create this book for people that are interested in selling a house. So now this will help with our marketing, right? We put everything in there. It's almost 100 pages. We will continue to update it, but that's an example, right? That's a product that you can create as a real estate agent or a real estate investor, right? Help them overcome any frustrations or limitations or confusion they have about a particular process. And in this case, I'm showing them how they can overcome the issues of selling a house, right? So let's go back to the planner. That's an example of new products. Meeting notes. This is where you take your notes for certain meetings. We're having all kinds of meetings these days, right? You go in there, pop, pop. Deadlines, right? You got certain deadlines you need to meet. You got that in there. We put a tracker in there for you. Goal milestones. You can put that stuff in here so you're working towards your goals. What are some milestones towards those goals? Get those in there, document it. Document the wins, right? Tools. What tools are you using, right? I use so many tools. Canva, Kapwing, Restream, portals, Facebook. These are, we got all these tools so you can come in here and start documenting these tools or coming up with ideas of tools to use. Big business goals, self-explanatory. Leads tracker. You need to start tracking your leads, right? That's another mistake that we're making. We don't track and follow up on our leads. We have one conversation. Oh, these leads aren't working, right? That's an example. Sales tracker. Start tracking your sales. Hours worked tracker. Personal development tracker. Professional profile. And I think that is the last thing, right? Yep. So that's the last thing in there. And then, of course, we got some other stuff in here for you. You can check out, view. So, and then we just some testimonies in there. But that's our new planner. It will be, if you're interested, you can get a copy at remarketingbook.com/planner. So that took a while to load for some reason. I got to look into that. But just visit the site, remarketingbook.com/planner, and you can get access to the planner. So, bam, there you go. There you have the planner. Let's make it a little bit bigger for you. Remarketingbook.com. You can get your ultimate real estate goal planner for free. Just cover shipping. All right. So let me pop out of here. I've been on here for 33 minutes and I have some other videos and other tasks to accomplish. So I appreciate you for watching and I'll see you soon.